Hey guys, welcome to my newest video. Today I'm going to be reviewing another Doctor Who Big Finish audio, and today's one that I'm going to be reviewing is also a sneak peek at my Doctor Who update that I'll be doing at the end of the month. And what I'm talking about is Doctor Who and the Four Doctors. This was a free CD that subscribers get, and because the only way you could get this, or you can get this, is if you're actually subscribed to the Big Finish main range, and because I'd been wanting to get this ever since I'd heard that it was actually coming out, and I thought, oh, I'll wait till it's closer to the time and then I'll subscribe. Like get a 6-month subscription, and like this was back in November, but it took me a few months to actually get around to subscribing. So yeah, but I finally subscribed with them, because when you got this with was if your subscription included the Demons of Fred Lodge, which I have and is the one I'm going to be listening to next. But, yeah, because I know you can probably get this on eBay, but the prices are pretty ridiculous just for the one single CD, and it works out being better value for money if you're subscribed, even just for the 6-month subscription. But, yeah, anyway, I'll talk more about that in my Doctor Who update, but essentially I really enjoyed the Four Doctors, because I listened to this yesterday. Well, I finished listening to it yesterday, and yeah, I found it definitely worth subscribing just to get this, because as the title says, it involves 4 Doctors. So it has Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy and Paul McGann, so the 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th Doctors. But this one isn't so much as a, like, I guess, normal multi-doctor story. Like, they're not directly into, like, they don't share same scenes or anything like in the traditional sense like we've seen in the 3 Doctors or the 5 Doctors. Because basically what this story is, because it's, I mean, I'm going to try and not give away too much or anything, but essentially involves the same story, but the Doctors are featured in different stages, because like, I guess, crossing, not so much the time streams, but they're all at the same place, or all directly involved in the story, but they don't actually realise that they're being involved with their other selves are there as well. So there's so 4 different Doctors across the one story, but yeah, but it works really well, like this format, and because I'd say the 2 who got the most were the 5th and 8th Doctors. They seem to be predominantly featured the most, but all of them did a great job in this. Even yeah, I think this story allowed each Doctor to shine in their own way, so so it wasn't so much that one was, I mean, yeah, there's a couple, I think the 6th and 7th Doctors didn't really do a lot in this story. So as I mentioned, it was the 5th and 8th Doctors who were involved the most, but each scene that they had, it was really well done. The plot can get a bit confusing at times, so you have to really, like, focus on like where you're up to, so that, because it can get quite easy to get confused if you're not up to it, because there's a couple of, I think, well, not so much a couple of times, but I think so I had to force myself really hard to actually figure out where I was up to with what doctor, but other than that, it was a really great listen. Possibly my favourite bit was there's one scene in here, because this, I guess in a way it'd be describing it as time travel, so like there's a lot of timey-wimey stuff going on in here, so that's thing. But I think my favourite scene out of all of this was when the 8th Doctor was giving advice to the 5th Doctor, but the 5th Doctor didn't actually know that it was his future self that was like who he was talking to, because as far as because that was the 8th Doctor, he was trying not to identify himself as being the Doctor, but yeah, so that whole scene was really fun to listen to, and yeah, it was, because the 8th Doctor was saying that he was like this Time Lord agent from sent by the High Council to like oversee with the problem that was like the main reason why the story took place, and yeah, so it's really interesting listening to those, like, with that particular scene, and yeah, because the only time they met like directly was right at the very end, which, because I know a lot of people were mixed on the ending, because I think they said it was like a fan service, which in a way it was, because I think they couldn't really, probably thought they couldn't really have a story with the 4 Doctors without them actually meeting. But I mean, I liked that scene right at the end, because I really love seeing the Doctors interact when they like get the like when the story, like at points in the story where they, yeah, I guess meet, because I really, yeah, as I mentioned, really like seeing them interact, because especially, even though it's not so much this story, but because I mentioned earlier that with the 3 Doctors, how 2 and 3 like couldn't stop arguing amongst themselves, so it's always when it gets like these type of scenes recreated and seeing them interact, even if it's like, I guess, bickering in the, which it's not so much bickering that they do in that, because it's only like, the scene's only like a few minutes, but it's still fun listening to them like converse in the thing. But on a whole, this story is just really a great listen, and definitely worth subscribing for, because I know in the past the free CDs to subscribers were usually put on like put up, like they'd be available later on, but obviously non-subscribers would have to pay for them. But this is, yeah, a really good story, and so I'd say an 8 out of 10, around that. 8.5. It's, yeah, it's the plot's like, so I found the plot and the general story are really, I just dropped it, and yeah, it was just, I know I'm not describing this very well, but I just had a lot of fun listening to this, and yes, and like, cause like the I guess suspense and everything where the story builds up, yeah, it's pretty much generally everything about this is pretty good. Like, it couldn't have asked for anything better, really. It's yeah, it's just a really great story, and I highly recommend getting a hold of it somehow. It's, yeah, that's basically all I could really say. So yeah, no, that review wasn't very good, but yep, so that's the review for the Four Doctors. So probably have a couple more videos up over the course of the weekend, but until my next video, I will see you guys next time. Bye!